Welcome to Read and Reveal, where books come alive. One story, 1 minute, a lifetime of meaning. Today we dive into deep work. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe for more powerful book stories. Cal Newport wrote Deep Work to explain why focused attention has become one of the most valuable skills in the modern world. Today, people constantly check phones, social media, emails, and notifications. Because of this, many people spend hours being busy without actually doing meaningful work. Newport argues that the ability to focus deeply without distraction is becoming rare, and because it is rare, it is becoming extremely valuable. The book defines deep work as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your abilities to their limit and create new value. Deep work helps people learn difficult things quickly and produce high-quality results. In contrast, shallow work includes low-value tasks such as endlessly checking emails, scrolling social media, attending unnecessary meetings, or doing repetitive tasks that do not require intense thinking. According to Newport, the modern world rewards two important abilities: the ability to quickly master hard things, the ability to produce work at an elite level. Both abilities require deep work. Without concentration, it becomes difficult to study effectively, develop skills, or create meaningful output. The author explains that many people believe multitasking makes them productive, but research shows the opposite. Every time people switch attention from one task to another, their brain loses focus. Even after returning to the original task, part of the mind remains stuck on the previous distraction. This reduces efficiency and weakens concentration over time. Newport calls this attention residue. Because of attention residue, constantly checking messages or social media makes it harder to think deeply. Newport believes modern workplaces often encourage shallow behavior. Employees respond instantly to emails, join endless meetings, and stay active online to appear busy. However, being visibly busy is not the same as producing valuable work. Many organizations unknowingly reward distraction instead of meaningful productivity. One of the key messages in the book is that deep work is like a superpower in the information age. Those who can focus deeply will achieve better results than those who cannot. Students who study with full concentration learn faster. Writers who focus without interruption produce better ideas. Programmers solve harder problems. Artists create better work. Deep work improves performance in almost every field. The book also explains how the brain changes according to habits. If a person spends all day switching between apps, videos, and notifications, the brain becomes trained for distraction. On the other hand, if someone regularly practices concentration, the brain becomes better at focusing deeply. Concentration works like a muscle. The more it is trained, the stronger it becomes. Newport gives examples of famous people who used deep work to achieve extraordinary success. He mentions scientists, writers, and business leaders who protected long periods of uninterrupted focus. Many successful individuals isolated themselves from distractions to produce their best work. Their achievements were not only based on talent, but also on their ability to concentrate intensely. The author introduces different philosophies for practicing deep work. The first is the monastic philosophy, where people eliminate almost all distractions and focus entirely on meaningful work. Some writers and researchers follow this style by isolating themselves for long periods. The second is the bimodal philosophy, where people divide their schedule into periods of deep work and periods of normal activity. For example, someone may spend several days deeply focused and then return to regular responsibilities. The third is the rhythmic philosophy, which involves building a daily routine of deep work. This is one of the most practical methods for students and workers. A person may decide to study deeply every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Over time, this routine becomes automatic. The fourth is the journalistic philosophy, where people fit deep work into any available free time, similar to how journalists quickly begin writing whenever needed. This method requires strong concentration skills. Newport emphasizes that deep work should be scheduled intentionally. People should not simply hope to focus whenever they feel motivated. Instead, they should create fixed periods for focused work. Scheduling helps the brain prepare for concentration. The author also discusses the importance of rituals. Rituals reduce the energy needed to start working. A ritual may include choosing a quiet place, removing the phone, preparing study materials, and setting a fixed work duration. When the same process is repeated daily, entering a focused state becomes easier. Another major idea in the book is embracing boredom. Modern people are used to constant stimulation. Whenever they feel bored, they immediately check their phones. This weakens the brain's ability to concentrate. Newport argues that people should train themselves to tolerate boredom without seeking instant entertainment. Waiting quietly without checking notifications helps strengthen focus. The book strongly criticizes excessive social media use. Newport does not say all social media is evil, but he argues that many people use it without questioning its real value. Social media companies are designed to capture attention for as long as possible. Endless scrolling often steals time and reduces mental clarity. Newport suggests applying the craftsman approach to technology. Instead of asking whether a tool is fun, people should ask whether it significantly supports their goals and values. If a technology provides only small benefits while creating large distractions, reducing its use may improve life. The author proposes quitting social media temporarily to evaluate its true importance. Many people fear missing out if they disconnect, but Newport explains that most online noise has little long-term value. Reducing unnecessary digital distractions creates more time and mental space for meaningful activities. The book also explains the importance of downtime. Newport argues that the brain needs rest after intense focus. Constant work without breaks reduces creativity and mental energy. Rest, walking, exercise, sleep, and time away from screens help the mind recover. Interestingly, many good ideas appear during moments of relaxation rather than during stressful overthinking. Newport advises people to end work at a fixed time whenever possible. He calls this shutdown complete. At the end of the day, a person reviews unfinished tasks, makes plans for tomorrow, and mentally disconnects from work. This practice allows the brain to rest properly. The book repeatedly stresses that quality is more important than quantity. 1 hour of fully focused study can be more valuable than 5 hours of distracted studying. Deep work produces results faster and with better understanding. For students, the lessons of the book are especially useful. Many students sit with books open while constantly checking messages, watching short videos, or switching between apps. Although they spend many hours studying, very little real learning happens. Deep work encourages students to study with complete concentration for shorter but more effective periods. Newport also discusses measuring progress. People feel more motivated when they can clearly see improvement. Tracking focused hours, completed tasks, or learning milestones helps maintain discipline. Small daily improvements eventually create major success over time. Another interesting point in the book is that deep work creates satisfaction. People often believe happiness comes from entertainment and relaxation alone. However, Newport explains that humans feel most fulfilled when they fully engage their minds in challenging and meaningful tasks. Deep concentration creates a sense of purpose and accomplishment. The book contrasts deep work with the culture of busyness. Many people constantly appear busy, but achieve little meaningful progress. Real productivity is not about responding quickly to every notification. It is about producing important work that truly matters. Newport provides practical advice for building deep work habits. Work in distraction-free environments. Keep phones away during focus sessions. Use time blocks for important tasks. Plan the day in advance. Reduce unnecessary internet use. Focus on one task at a time. Practice concentration regularly. Take meaningful rest after work. He also explains that developing deep work skills takes patience. People addicted to constant stimulation may initially struggle to focus, even for 30 minutes. However, with practice, concentration gradually improves. The brain adapts according to repeated behavior. One powerful idea from the book is that the modern economy increasingly rewards people who can create valuable things using their minds. As automation and artificial intelligence grow, the ability to think deeply, solve difficult problems, and learn quickly becomes even more important. The book finally encourages readers to treat attention as something precious. Time and focus are limited resources. Every distraction consumes part of life. By protecting attention and directing it toward meaningful goals, people can achieve better results and live more intentionally. Overall, Deep Work is both a productivity guide and a philosophy of meaningful living. It teaches that success does not come only from talent or hard work. It also comes from the ability to focus deeply in a distracted world. Newport believes anyone can improve concentration by practicing discipline, reducing distractions, and creating routines for focused work. The message of the book is simple but powerful. In a world filled with noise and distraction, the people who learn to focus deeply will stand out. Deep work helps people learn faster, think more clearly, produce better work, and live with greater purpose.